the Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. Game week 25 deadline stream. We've made it. Me, Tony, and Conk. All good, mate?
Hey up, everybody. We're on time.
Yep, on time, bang on time, because we've not got Scott here. He's always slowing us down. He's through toweling at last minute after that Wolves result. He didn't feel like coming on. To be fair, it's just going to be you at one point, Conk, because if I didn't have a better Thursday, then I weren't coming on after what happened with Gordon.
I know you're a real man showing up after not having Gordon.
Honestly, that was painful. One of the most painful Wednesdays I've had in a long time. But I'm here, and Gibbs White and Sarr did all right for me on the Thursday, so recouped a little bit. I
Gibbs
survived
White saved you.
He did, mate. He did. I survived in the lowest score league again. So boiled by that, and then I watched Rovers knocking a 95th minute winner against local rivals Preston last night, which were beautiful.
Oh, you'll love it.
So I'm just back on form. I'm enjoying football again. So yeah, so I'm ready for my weekend to be ruined by Dream Team. Thanks everyone for joining us live. If you've not already, please hit the like, get your comments, get your questions in. First off, we'll always go to the Discord questions for our members. It'd help if I had them up on my screen. A little bit last minute this morning, but we was on time. So, right, let me get to them. God, he's bloody. Right, here we go. Legend first up. Is Palmer essential? Obviously, back to scoring goals, a lot of them penalties, but it's he's becoming the flavour of the month again. What's your take on Palmer, mate?
It's hard to say essential because I don't like saying the word essential. Essential is for the Haaland who's just like 99% owned most of the season.
Yeah.
Palmer is fantastic next week. I won't have him personally, but you can't go wrong with him. I think a lot of people are going to even captain him.
Yeah. Got a nice fixture on him.
Yeah, he's a massive threat, but then week after, he's one of those where you could get rid of him.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of a dodgy one to transfer in. If you've already got him, you're loving it because next week it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think one thing with the Chelsea assets this week, obviously the fixtures turn next week to Aston Villa away and Arsenal away, which two toughest games you could probably throw in there. But they do have Burnley away, and Burnley have to win. There's no two ways about it. They have to go and win games, and so they won't be shutting up shop against Chelsea. They're going to have to go for it, which essentially just leave gaps. Yeah, it could. If they get a couple of early goals, it could be very, very, very painful for non-Palmer owners, non-Pedro owners, because I think they could fill the boots. But yeah, obviously it's not.
You're making me nervous. I've got no Chelsea.
See, I've got Pedro, but I don't mind Palmer for this week. I don't mind it. They've got, but the fixtures next week for the double aren't great. And he's still not looking like the Palmer of old. It's only for Pedro keep going down in area that he's getting these goals, to be fair.
There's a lot of penalties, and hopefully the penalties are going to stop for next week.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. So yeah, that's your answer to Palmer, essentially. He's not, but he's good option for this week.
Yeah, very good.
Demand, bringing in Sarr and captaining him, but this only gives me one doubler. Is there more of an upside targeting another doubler, or just get Salah in now or punt on Palmer? Obviously, we just discussed Palmer. Salah's another one that everyone's starting to get interested in. Again, watching him play, he's not the Salah of old. He's lost half a yard. Anytime he tries to cut in, the defender's on top of him. He's losing possession. His crosses aren't great, but he's scoring penalties.
Yeah.
He did create a beautiful assist the other night for Szoboszlai, but other than that, he's not passing the eye test. So I just took Salah out before when he got that 14-point with a goal and an assist. But again, he's not doing much for my eye. Sarr, have you got Sarr, Con?
I'm thinking of possibly bringing him in. Hopefully, my dad's not watching this, but I'm thinking of putting him in. I think he's going to be great this week, but he's also a dodgy one where he's not going to be as good the week after. But you can still, you can keep him. You can keep him, but he's not one of like your best if you're on a free hit for next week.
Yeah, you don't mind having him because I mean, for me with the Palace assets now, I want Glasner to go, and I think with what's happened with that draw and the fans turning a little bit, which is understandable when someone says they're leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah.
If that would never come about, there would have been none of this animosity towards him. But when someone isn't committed to your club, and then you've won one game in 16 or something, one game in 15 or whatever it is, I think ultimately it's turned very sour now. And I think the players need a different voice. They need someone to come in that's more long term now. So I think for me, they've got such a good double with the Wolves and the Zrinski now, where they're going to have to go strong. It's not like Newcastle, obviously, having blown away Karabag. They're going to rest a few.
Yeah,
with Palace, they have to go strong. They have to put that game to bed, and they've got Wolves as well. So I think Sarr is going to be a very popular captain. I think he's probably one of the strongest transfers in, I think, this week. I'd go him above Strand Larsen.
Yeah, it's because Sarr's a big talisman player. He's like the main man for them up top still.
Yeah.
And he's on the penalties.
Yeah, he looked better. The other night I watched the game in down at Heathrow in hotel, and he looked the most dangerous player. Strand Larsen obviously got a little touch off to him for the finish and got an assist. But look, Strand Larsen's goals this season have come against Burnley. He's scored. That's all. The only team he's scored against this season is Burnley. So
he's still in like that settling in phase as well. Strand Larsen a bit worse. It's his home now. He's the man.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's guaranteed the minutes. I think his injury record's pretty good. So he's going to get most of the games and most of the minutes. So the thing is I don't feel now. I've got Sarr in my team. I don't feel the need. I've got Gibbs White as well to chase any more doublers. I'm goal boosting in 26, so now I'm doing something maybe not a lot of people are doing this week, unless they are goal boosting in 26. Is that I'm not making a transfer because I've got to just ride this week out, go with 4 transfers next week when I know people are fit.
Yeah, focus on bigger picture.
Yeah, I have to. And all my players are fit. So I've got to this week, all my players are fit. I don't need to make changes. Do I particularly want to have 4 City at home to Newcastle? No. But
it's not the worst. But
no, it isn't.
It's not optimal.
Every player I look at my team, I think if I took him out for a double like a Forest player or a Palace player, I could be doing damage to the team. So for me, I'm just going to not target any more doublers. I think Sarr's enough and Gibbs White. Yeah, I don't mind. I think for you, Dim, on the Palmer punt would be nice. But again, I'm not doing that punt because if Palmer then goes injured, that's one transfer in and out. That means it's one less transfer I can use next week to set my team up for the goal boost. So I just can't. I can't afford to do it.
Yeah, personally, for me, with Gimmons, I'd go for Sarr and then just go for Salah over Palmer, just because you're not booking a transfer then, and you still keep that flexibility. Going into week after, and you've got your doubling captain.
Yeah, obviously Liverpool's fixtures in the double are very nice. So yeah, it's one of them. If you're thinking more long term, or you just
you know you're going to play, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Dotty got 1 transfer. Sarr, Gordon, and Palmer. I'd say Sarr. I don't think Gordon will play Karabag game. Obviously, he's going to get the City game. And City aren't great at the back, but backing him against City, I'd just rather go for the Sarr, double the minutes. Yeah, I think that's a safer one. Would you agree, Conk?
Yeah, I'd go Sarr if you're looking purely on this week. If you're looking over the next couple, there's an argument for Gordon because you know he's going to start the City game. And then I do have a sneaky suspicion it will get like 30 minutes-ish. Could get even more just because he's going for Champions League goal records now. Like, I think he's one behind the current leading goal scorer.
You know,
so he's having like one of those seasons where he can't. I don't think he'll replicate it. So it's something where he'd want to go for it.
Yeah, you don't get to play Karabag every week, do you? So
no, and we might get knocked out soon.
There was the they were going across like TNT and everywhere saying that he'd broke a record about the fastest hat trick.
I think it's fastest hat trick for a Premier League club and an Englishman.
Is it?
I think it's something like that. It was a Premier League club and an Englishman.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure a Rovers player holds that record.
You might have me beat for stats swing if it's a Rovers player.
Mike Newell for Blackburn Rovers scored. Was it an 8-minute hat trick? I can't remember. It's very, very quick. Yeah, so they were wrong on their stats. It's a Rovers player that holds that. So sorry, Gordo, but you're not having that one. I'd bring in Sarr.
Sarr's better this week.
I think it's a freak one, but like Voldemort going to have them next penalties.
I don't think he will.
Trippier says so. But yeah, I thought we're an interesting one, having a bit of a bust up as well. I were begging that. Go on, give him away. Saka would have passed it on. Saka would have passed it on. Yeah. Painful. Breezy, Larson, Pedro, or Palmer cap. So no Sarr there. Obviously, must already have Larson from this week gone.
Yeah.
What would you do out of them three?
I'd go Larson just for the 2 games, two shots at it. But Palmer's tempting, but if he flops, that's he done. We saw with Gordon caps, he got 1 point, but we got that extra shot and he ended up getting 4. Sorry to bring that back up again, but you get your 2 shots. So I'd rather just do that. And worst case scenario, it's still like he's got more points than a typical blank, because he could blank but have 4 points at the end of the week, where Palmer could have 2. You just get more opportunity to points.
Yeah, it's true. Jeff Hanno, would you captain Haaland, Palmer, or Sarr? I'd go for Sarr. I think I am going to be going for Sarr. In fact, I don't know how I've actually saved that in.
I think it's straightforward. It's Sarr out of those options.
Yeah, I think
he could be the most popular cap this week, Sarr, possibly.
I think he will be. He'll be up there definitely. There is a captaincy poll in the chat comment section, so stick your vote on there. I do think Palmer could do some damage. Penalties. I think you could easily see him if he gets a hat trick today. It won't surprise me.
Yeah, it won't surprise me. But you're just going for minutes over quality, I guess.
Yeah,
quantity over quality.
But as well, fixtures. I mean, we know Chelsea's got a nice fixture, but Palace do have.
Palace have 2. They're just shy, aren't they?
Yeah, two home fixtures, and do you know Wolves? They aren't the worst side in the league now. Wolves. They're actually, they've got a bit of fight about them, and they are.
They've been playing a lot better recently.
Yeah, they have, and when you've got that fight, you've got a chance. So, yeah, they're not the pushovers they were, but still, you'd expect Crystal Palace to have too much for Wolves, and then they really do need to make amends for that performance out in Bosnia.
Yeah,
it was Bosnia, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, Driver. Afternoon, fellas. Is it crazy to go without Chelsea forwards this week? Opting to bring in Sarr for captaincy and Salah for the longer term. I don't think that's crazy. I think if that's how your team's built, I've only got Pedro because he's in my side. Would I be bringing him in? I doubt it because I don't want him next week.
I think Driver's in the same situation I'm in, where we haven't got any Chelsea already. I mean, in that case, I feel like we've missed the boat now. Jump on the next ship to sail, which is probably Liverpool with Salah. So jump there early and don't go Chelsea for this one game and then booking a transfer.
Do you not think Salah's a bit of a trap? You don't think he's gonna troll everybody and Ekatike is just gonna do the goals?
He could do, but that's why I'm eyeing up both. With Salah,
Cover both.
yeah, with Salah, he's on penalties. He's going to play all the time, but they've got the
Yeah.
fixtures. He cheeses points all the time.
Yeah, he does. He does get
like you think he's done nothing, and then he's got 6 points from like he's got PPM all of a sudden. He's got like a few shots on target, P rollers at keeper. Like
Yeah.
he gets points.
It's because his second touch always seems to be a tackle at the minute. Do you know what I mean? He's not he's not the Sarr of old. So yeah, that's probably where he's getting them PPMs from and the tackle points. Yeah, I don't back in the Sarr and Salah and just. I mean, oh, you don't know. It's Burnley. It would scare me a little bit. It's easy for me to say because I'm sat here with Pedro. I get why there would be. If you've got extra fixtures, extra transfers, you've got 3 or 4 transfers. I don't mind just throwing one in, Palmer or Pedro, and then going without next week, taking them back out. But if you've just got the 2, or you're going for goal boost next week or anything like that, stuff one, I probably wouldn't do it.
I'm just pretending Chelsea don't exist for a week. You just pretend they don't exist and look at your team and think that's a nice team going into future weeks. But
yeah. It's and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Lee Doc, bringing Captain Sarr. I know he's really high and he's still got his boosters, so we're going to make this one count. Yeah, you're doing really well. Like he's asked bringing in Captain Sarr this week, or concentrate on getting the team I want for goal boost 26 and Captain Haaland.
A bit like you, that.
Yeah, it is, and my advice and the way I'm playing it is I'm going to save my if I'm concentrating on my goal boost, I have no problems in my team. I have no problems. I've already got 2 doublers though, which might make it easier for me to do this. If you've no doublers, Lee, I would probably bring in Sarr. If that's who you want to captain as well, especially if you're captaining him and that's what you fancy, I'd do that and I'd save the other transfer.
I like that shout, and then you still got your 3 to sort your team out for a good goal boost. And he's doing well as it is. He's already got all the good players in, or a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I think 3 transfers could set him up for a really nice goal boost.
Yeah. What I'd probably do, Lee, is just jot down 2, 3, 4 players that you're wanting for your goal boost that you don't have at the minute, and then just work it out. And then you've got to account for injuries or red cards. Anything can happen this weekend that could ruin your plans a little bit. So the more transfers you have, the better, I think. But best of luck, mate, and whatever you do, hopefully it comes off. And I'll be goal boosting with you next week, so we'll compare teams. That's it from the Discord. Fly over to the questions. Jay, up nice and early, 8:30 this morning. Captain Strang Larson or Haaland?
Strang Larson, pretty similar to one that just go questions, but
yeah. Who do you reckon plays the most minutes? This is just a lottery, flip a coin, all that stuff. Cherky or Marmouche?
Yeah, flip a coin. I'll just go Cherky, just because he's a better hold in future.
Have you seen Marmouche's record against Newcastle?
Unfortunately.
2 games, for anybody that doesn't know, 2 games at the Etihad versus Newcastle. The last 2 games, Marmouche has scored 5 goals across those 2 games. Make of that what you will. He probably won't be in the squad. We don't know, but I've got Marmouche. He was my first guy to be moved on because he was just a cut punt. But now I've heard that, and the way I want to plan for 26, Marmouche will be in my team. So if he does do a little bit against Newcastle again today, then I'll be on it. Charlie, again, really like Palace fixtures, but Glasner is killing me, as we just touched on earlier. He's so set on Sarr and Strong Larson, but now I think he's just one of them and getting Semenyo in. Look, I think if you haven't got Semenyo, I think he's still a buy.
Yeah,
he started really well at City. I think he's pretty much one of the safer options. I think so direct. if there's a shot on, he's going to shoot. There's none of this finding Haaland nonsense. He'll probably want that golden boot as much as anybody. I'd just go one. I'd just go for Sarr. I believe Strand Larsen out. And yeah, I feel your pain with the Glasner stuff. I think it is killing Palace now, and they need to make a change.
If you're not bothered about booking a transfer, I do think Sarr and Strand Larsen probably do outscore Semenyo this week. But like you say, Semenyo, it is a buy anyway. And I think he's going to start. He seems to be one of the most nailed players to play at the minute, and he's class when he does play. I mean, he's not afraid to shoot, is he?
No. Yeah, there's no... he's very much a goal scorer. And I think it has affected Haaland's output a little bit, having Cherki and Semenyo willing to shoot so much rather than try and feed it across to Haaland. Just a bit of news that obviously people didn't see it earlier, but Pep has come out and said that Savio Savinho is fit enough to start the game, and that they've worked on a few things and they know the way they're going to play. Make of that what you will. It doesn't say he's going to start, but it does imply that Savinho is very, very close to be back into that team. Again, eats at minutes, because I know Doku's not that far behind as well. So I've got 4 City players and I'm sweating on that, because I know even in a double it's not so bad. In a single, you could go with Cherki not getting any minutes this week, or Semenyo not getting any minutes.
Yeah,
it's unlikely, but it's a big game, and big game for City, especially after the Arsenal result, and they need to get this right. So yeah, Charlie again, there's his team. Thinking Timber out, Marmoush or Cherki for Sarr and Strand Larsen. I wouldn't take out Marmoush or Cherki. If you had to put a gun to my head, I'd take out Marmoush, but you just heard what I said about the start of how good of a record he's got. And sometimes, as we all know, that there's these players that just love to score against teams, and for whatever reason, whether it's the centre halves they play or the way they play, they just seem to find them pockets, find them goals. So I'd just make the one. And bring in Sarr. And cheers for your next comment, Charlie, about taking the gold at the FCAs next year. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
It was a great night.
Might not make it back to the hotel room if that happens.
Yeah. Hopefully they do it on the weekend this time. Was it a Thursday night, that?
Yeah, I think so. Thursday.
Right. 300 people watching live. It's a nice turnout, actually. If you've got any Arsenal fans, how are you feeling about the being called bottle jobs? Are you gonna make up for it this week? Tricky Trees. Marmoush. See, this is gonna be a popular one. This Marmoush and Cherki out for Sarr and Salah. More so for the price rise in next week's games. He'll be in Williams' pocket on Sunday. What a performance from Forest midweek. Brilliant. And I'm a Gibbs Whitehall. So for me, the timing of the new manager bounce were just beautiful. Did make up a little bit for that Gordon thing. So I fancy Forest against Poole, definitely.
I don't mind them moves at all. I think they're spot on. I think a lot of people are thinking about taking Cherki out of the team because of the minutes. He's obviously, we all know he's a good hold, and if he gets minutes, there's no question he's a class player. It's the fact that this week he could get 20 minutes versus a decent Newcastle who's picking up a bit of form.
Yeah.
So in that, you just go Sarr and Salah over him all day this week. And if you're getting price rises from him, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah. I think, obviously, spoke about it during the week about when Doku and Savinho are back. As we know, Savinho is back. I'm not too sure about Doku, but I know the last I heard he wasn't far away either. You've got 7. You take Haaland out of the situation. He's the number 9. The 3 in behind, the 3 attacking options behind. You've got 7 players vying for them 3 spots.
Yeah.
Now, that means someone's not getting a game out of all of them. And it means 3 of them, or possibly 2 of them, minutes are going to be quite low. So when you compare
Turkeys are already quite low anyway. So when you add in another 2 players to the mix, it's not a good look, is it?
Yeah. Just want kids creeping in. Yeah. It's a tough one. You are playing a bit of a lottery with all them forwards, and it has scared me a little bit. But again, I'm not making a transfer, so it's tough for me to say. But if I weren't goal boosting, I'd probably be taking Marmoush out, and there'd be an argument to take out Cherky as well and go for the likes of Salah or a Strand Larson or I say a Newcastle player, a Forest player, someone I know is going to get really good minutes. Anderson at Forest, you know.
Are you planning on putting Salah in next week for goal boost? Because if so, you could argue that you could do your one transfer in and save the other, so you still got 3 for your goal boost, and get the price rise from Salah and dump Mamouche or Cherky this week. You know, because you've got so many City anyway, and you've got all that risk of rotation.
Yeah, it's which one do you take out and which one? That's the lottery of it. And then, so say I were to take out Marmouche, put Salah in. Salah goes off injured. Very unlikely, but he goes off injured.
Yeah.
And Cherky doesn't play. Marmouche holds. I feel like doing nothing and sitting on my hands is safer and better for my mental health.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
Jumping too early. That's all. Like I say, I could be more attacking with it, and I could be more. Do you know what? Sod it. Marmouche might not even get 10 minutes, so why not just put Salah in? Who's going to get 90 on penalties?
When in doubt, you do nothing though. Like you say.
Yeah, I think I've got to. The more important thing for me is to nail the goal boost week and prep for that properly, and have the ability to prep for it properly. And not prep too early. I can't afford to look at next week as regards to players when I don't know whether they'll be injured or suspended. It's a tough one. It's very, very common. Salah, Sarr in for Ekatike and Cherky. See, I wouldn't take Ekatike out. I wouldn't. I think on the eye test, he looks the better player. He looks more dangerous than Salah. So I know this game isn't playing in the eye test, and obviously Salah's still getting the points. He has got attacking returns, I think 6 in 7.
It's too sideways for me, but
yeah, I think you've got Ekatike now. I think you just roll with that.
Yeah, and then do what I'm doing, where you can just add the other a week later. Yeah, if you still want them.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind the double up. I just wouldn't do Salah in for Ekatike. I don't really like that. I don't mind the Cherky to shot Sarr, because
I don't mind that.
Sarr is probably going to get 2 lots of 90 minutes or as much as, and he's a very, very good captaincy choice. So, and cheers, great pod, he says, Chris. Cheers, Chris, mate. Ryan Cook, Gyökeres out for Parma. You see, I didn't slag Gyökeres off last week, and he's had a stinker, hasn't he? So we'll have to see. I need to put a poll up, don't we? Do they want me to slag him off and Gyökeres get a few goals this week? Or I'm not going to bother. I don't want him to score. But anyway, Gyökeres out for Parma, captain at the moment, which, you know, it's bold, but I don't mind it. Cherky out for Sarr or Salah. I'd go for Sarr. But he said he wants Salah for game week 26. The only thing that's persuading me this week is the rise, but I think Sarr outscores him in the double. With the double.
Depends how tight you are for money. If you've got a bit in bank and can you still afford Salah, pretty much, like, easily enough next week, then go Sarr. But I feel like there's a lot more upside with Sarr. And I feel like this week he could be a real rank killer, a bit like Gordon.
Yeah.
Last week, because I feel like a lot of people are going for Sarr.
Yeah. Yeah, and if he does well, he really will probably hurt a lot of the people up in top few K who don't have him or haven't captained it. Derbyshire, is it mad or should I captain Gordon again?
I personally wouldn't.
No, but like you said, Conk, if he's going for them records and he's wanting to play, but surely not.
You're gambling on Eddie Howe, risking arguably our best attacker in a game what's pretty much young and dead.
But I was listening to Dan Burnell radio the other day, and obviously their aim was to get into the Champions League again. Now, I'm not saying that they can't go and win it and then qualify that way, but I think the best chance, which is still a slim chance, is qualifying through the league.
Yeah,
I think once they've nailed Qarabağ now. Qarabağ are not coming to St James's Park and scoring 5 goals. They're just not doing it. And
we might end up getting Qarabağ kids coming to St James's Park. I might go and risk the main team travelling.
That's it. So it's one of them where I don't think he plays it. I don't think he'll be in the squad. As silly as that, it sounds daft, but I don't even think he makes it. I don't think Howe will want the temptation to put him on if Qarabağ do get a couple of goals. Just think, he's playing a single. His single is away at City. No, I think that's probably a fair assessment. Ice Kitty. Yeah. Hi guys, keep cashing the hope that he plays and have an extra transfer next week, or bring in Nunes or Nori. See, I think Cash is fit in it for the game. I think that's what I've heard.
Cash should be back now.
Yeah, and he's good. He's good on the matrix. He's got a decent fixture, although Leeds are a very good side. I love Nori. I think I had him at the start of the season before his injury. I am working towards. I'm going to end up getting him back in, sorting this goal boost out. I will be getting Nori in. Yeah. I think next week is probably the time to get Nori in. I'd hold Cash and.
He surprised me starting a lot at Nori. I didn't think he'd start as much, but it seems like he's moved O'Reilly into midfield now just so he can play Nori.
Yeah, I think we lose sight of actually where O'Reilly's like a left winger forward. That's where he played all his youth games, and that's where he came through as. But he's such a talented player that he can play anywhere. O'Reilly, so he's done a really good job for filling in whilst Nori were out injured long term, and then obviously went to AFCON as well. So really, they got away with one there, City, having O'Reilly and his ability to be able to play in multiple positions. I think, he done a really good thing. So I think Nori next week if you fancy him, and keep Cash this week. Like I say, both teams are only singling. Got Gary Walker. Ian does gigs. We've touched on that one. Afternoon, Noopy. This is one. You don't like sideways transfers. Do you think swapping Enzo to Palmer is a wasted transfer?
Yeah. I can see argument for Enzo out for someone with a higher upside like a Palace doubler.
Yeah.
But when we play for same team, like both got a single against Burnley at home, I'd just stick with Enzo. I won't bother booking him the transfer and using one up to go as sideways as that, because Burnley will be that under pressure. Enzo could get plenty of points.
Yeah. It's also one of them Enzo to Palmer where if Palmer pulled up early doors, Enzo's on penalties.
Yeah, I think I read that Esteval hasn't been seeing training, so Palmer could be on the wing and Enzo could be behind striker anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't get the penalties, but you still get an attacking Enzo.
Yeah, and if, like I say, Palmer's fitness is still, they're still managing it, as they're saying, him and Reece James. So it's a dangerous one that could really bite you in the arse. I'd leave that. I think we're in agreement there. Charlotte Thomas, Anderson for 4 games, game week 25 and 26, or Thiago for 3 games, same weeks, but either choice. I'm using goal boost week 26. See, it's exactly a thing I was thinking of because I want Thiago for the goal boost.
Yeah,
I want him for the double. I think they got Brighton this week. Well, it's not a bad fixture that for him. And should I bring Thiago in now, where I'll have to take out my moosh? I just like, and then you can imagine Thiago pulls up, then all of a sudden you're having to use one of your transfers to take out one of the players that you wanted him. Now you have to swap over, so it means you've one less transfer elsewhere to change somebody else. So if you've got Anderson in, if you've already got Anderson in, I'd keep him. If you are goal boosting next week and you want Thiago for this week, I'd bring in Thiago.
Or if you've not got either of them and you're going for one of them this week, I'd go Thiago purely just off of the goal boost factor because Anderson, he doesn't score much anyway. I feel like it's a wasted slot, especially on goal boost.
Yeah, he's a steady Eddie, Anderson. I wouldn't have him in the goal boost. If you're planning like me for the goal boost, you want to be bringing in the strikers and the goal scorers, the penalty takers, and Thiago is that. He's having a great season. David Oliver feels the same. Thinking Thiago, penalties and good fixtures. Yeah, definitely one to be watching out for. Whether if I weren't goal boosting next week, I'd be bringing him in this week. I think they've got like a block of 5 or 6 fixtures that are just they don't get much better than the fixtures they've got. Just scrolling down now. We've touched on that, David. Cash, stick or twist, I'd stick. I think he will play. Chirky. What about Little Nick Munoz, captain?
I don't mind it, but they're not very good at keeping clean sheets at the minute. You've got, I think it was Munoz who were getting a bollocking after last game with Glasgow. I think I saw. And LaCroix went down injured. We've got no Gay. It's looking a bit bleak on clean sheet side of things. If you've got like a Sarr or a Sean Larson in your team, I feel like a Munoz captain will be doing it for the sake of being different.
Yeah, definitely. If you've got Sarr, I'd definitely be looking at that end. But I mean, it could pay off.
I don't mind it.
He says 124 points last week. Great score, up to 157 in the world. Keep going, Nick. Lovely position. George, just giving a shout out to Morgan Gibbs White. Hall. Amelia saying that there's more predictions for Cherky to start than Mamouche. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. It's just that stat that's putting me off, and the fact I'm goal boosting. There could be an argument to say I should make a move, but don't tempt me. 22 minutes left. Here's one, Nessie. Would you do Salah or Palmer? Conk?
Salah. But, I've already got Enzo. Oh, yeah, easy. If you've already got Enzo and Pedro, you're not going for triple up on Chelsea when you're going to want them out of your team. I'll go Salah.
Yep, I concur. Sean Smith is saying who scores more, Palmer or Bruno Fernandes? Another option for the goal boost on 26.
I like Bruno Fernandes, but hasn't he got another blank coming up? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think they do.
Do they blank in 27?
Yep, they do. When they cup games. So it's one of them in and out jobs with Bruno again.
I think Bruno Fernandes outscores Palmer over the next 3. But at least with Palmer, if you've got him for the next 3, you can also keep him.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both dodgy penalty merchants, so it's whoever gets the dodgy penalties.
I genuinely think have Palmer for this week and then Bruno for the next week. They're the better options, but again, that's costing you transfers. So, Who's this? Meow his purr. Which one? Salah, Ryan, and Crew. Are you?
That's a FPL question.
This is an FPL. Come on. Green team this.
Can't be answering them.
Get that dirt off the screen. Will Haaland start? Or do I take my move out and put Haaland back this week? I think Haaland is starting this week. I really
I think Haaland will start. Yeah, Pep did his smug little smile and nod, I think, when he was asked if he's fit.
Yeah, which means Marmoush is going to start and he's on
Yeah, I think Haaland will start.
Yeah, I think if you've not got him, you might get away with it this week, getting him back in, but you obviously want him in next week. Oh, that's sorry. He's on about Haaland start. He could use the sub for Cherky out and bring Haaland back in the week after.
I'd rather just get Haaland in this week. He's back fit.
Yeah, tidy it up. They've got. Do you know? City do have a good record against Newcastle. They've not been beat by them at home for something silly in it. So yeah, I won't be snubbing Haaland. We've done all the Sarr and Cherky. Let's have a look. We've got something different in the. Here's one for you, Conk, from John Moore. Do we think Barnes plays the Karabag game?
It's a lucky dip. You could get Hal thinking, I'll give. To be honest, I don't really know. I don't know whatsoever. It could be some random formation he just wants to try. I mean, it could be Asula, Murphy, and Willock front three. It could be anything. Barnes could play it.
Yeah.
Lucky dip. I don't know. I don't think I'd transfer him in if you've got him. Probably just hold him. I think he got a nice price rise anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the way to play. I wouldn't bring him in, but I'd hold him. Again, we've touched on Salah. GB fantasy football. Hey lads, over a bit of pre-deadline dream team chatter. Do you prefer when there's a nailed on captain in a game week and your other players are the big differentials, or when the captaincy is also one? Reckon Conk.
I like captaincy differentials. Me, it just makes it more exciting, doesn't it? When you load up like 1 minute past deadline, have a look at top 1K captaincy, you see 80% Haaland, you're like, but there's no excitement there.
Yeah,
like last week we saw like a 20-20-20 15% split with loads of different ones, and it was exciting.
Yeah, I think it always helps. If City are singling and there's other teams doubling, I think that's when you do see a bit more of a split. We do know that Haaland could do the damage in just 1 week, but I think it's more, like you say, it's more exciting when everyone's having different thoughts and different like different bravery. Like some people are taking him on, some people are just going to play it safe. When you've got a really mixed bag, it does make it more interesting for the game week and possibly less painful. If your captain doesn't go off, you'd like a spread across other players, like rather than your player doesn't go off and you got Haaland who's absolutely smashing you to bits. Gary Robinson, Sarah Munoz for captain. So I think it's a Sarr all round there. Johnny P wants to take out Chow. Any thoughts on a replacement for Chow? Anyone defensive you're eyeing up?
We also don't know who he has. I'll go for Aitnora. Assuming you don't have Aitnora, I don't think a lot of people do. I fancy him.
Yeah, they've got good fixtures going up as well, decent fixtures. He's a very attacking player.
He's exciting to watch.
Yeah, he is.
You'll be watching. He's on ball. He looks like left back Ronaldinho sometimes.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
get a fun player in.
Definitely, he has got that Cancelo bit about him, hasn't he?
Yeah,
where just plays as a left winger, a little bit like Munoz, who's also a decent option. We've touched on Gordon Jazz. Hopefully, you've been listening. Afternoon, Simon. Gary Robinson, Gyok, Timber, and Arsenal Exodus. Are you listening, Scott? Professor? Gyok, Timber, and Rice out definitely because the bottle's gone. They bottled it. Munoz, Sarr, and Larson in, bringing in the Southeast London crew.
So he's fed up of Arsenal bottling against Wolves, so he's gone for the team that bottled it against the Bosnians.
Yeah.
Well, it's just another captaincy question, isn't it? It's Sarr.
Yeah. Yep, Sarr. I mean, I don't mind Gyok and Timber. Unless you go boost in 26, I'd keep Rice. But it's whatever you fancy.
I think I read something like it's 13 first team players for Tottenham. Yeah. And if that's true, Arsenal should slaughter them because the crap on they've got a full fit team. So you could get quite a few returns from Rice. Or even a return from Timber or Gyok.
Arsenal really need to bounce back straight away.
Yeah.
Because if they get anything other than the win, and honestly, I mean, they think they've had it bad after the Wolves game. I think yeah.
If they lost to Tottenham, then they'd be
even a draw. Just honestly,
they'd be calling for Arteta out.
Well, I've seen it all already. They were blaming Arteta for the Wolves defeat, but I've seen the time waste and it weren't great. It was not great. 13-17, 13 minutes to go. If you have not clicked confirm team, saved your transfers, save your captains. Yeah,
you've got quite a lot of votes in the captaincy poll, Paul.
Yeah, go on. Have you got that up there? Should I give that a read out?
So 347 votes. We've got Sarr top 62%, Palmer 15%, other 15%, and Haaland at 8%.
Wow!
So we might have another week where Haaland on his own could be a rank climber because going off of that, the differential captains are the way to go again this week.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you haven't got Sarr, you could be under some serious threat there.
Yeah, I think it'd be a sofa time, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
and you'd have 2 games to hide behind that sofa as well.
Yeah, 2 helpings of it.
Yeah, so it could be painful, that one. How often, Charlotte is saying, how often do players go and score against their former clubs? Obviously, can't go and research that right now, but I think it is quite often, isn't it? You see them pretending not to celebrate when really they're fist pumping inside.
I feel like Sean Larson would celebrate though. He was fed up of sitting on that bench. He wanted out. He wanted to join Newcastle in summer.
Yeah. This is a good one. About Henderson playing both games for Palace. I don't think he gets that second game, does he?
To be honest, I can't even tell you if he played the first leg.
Wow. He did. To be fair, he actually had to make a few saves. But yeah, Benitez. Sorry, I'm looking for this for the cup game. Where are they? In the not the. Confused. No, I think he gets it. I think because obviously they're the 1-1 draw. It was thingy keeper I'm looking at. Can't think his name. Yeah, I think he gets both.
I think if you're transferring him in, I'd rather just go for a better keeper. And if you've got him, there's no point even tinkering it. Just let him sit there and see what happens.
Yeah, as you can tell, I do not look into keepers that often. I put in David Raya a long time ago, and I've not touched him since, even though he's been awful for me.
We've got a super chat.
Oh, it's not showing up on here.
Right at the bottom.
All right, Miss Noopy. Oh, here we go. Gordon R. Palmer captain, please.
I'm going to go for Palmer captain just because Although I do think Gordon has a slight chance of getting some minutes. Palmer, you know he's going to start. He's probably going to play 90 minutes. He's got Burnley at home. And he's got dodgy penalties as well as what Gordon has. So just go Palmer.
Yeah.
Out of them two.
Noopy, if you've got Sarr in, you go Sarr. But if it's out of them two, Palmer. I hope he absolutely destroys Burnley.
I hope he comes off in warm-up.
Right. I've lost where I am now. We're going across that super chat. So yeah, Late AVFC, is it worth getting Sarr for 2 games and taking it back out? I've just seen from my captaincy poll, it definitely is.
Yeah.
You're going to take Rice out for Sarr and my moves for Salah. I don't mind those moves. Do you know what I mean? Really, some could argue that I should be taking my moves out with Haaland being back and fit, but who knows? I might still do it. Let's see. Lee Doc has no Palace, he's saying. Get Sarr in. Get Sarr in.
Yeah, Sarr's a minimum.
As you've seen with the poll, mate, and given where you are, and Sarr's not a bad. He's not a bad player to have away at United, away at Spurs. Obviously they're going to attack Palace, so you're going to get them runs in behind. What he thrives off. He obviously struggles a little bit more against teams that play the low block. So I don't mind Sarr and having him for the goal boost in 26. So yeah.
Yeah, get Sarr.
Yeah, definitely. Can Trent, must Trent. 271st overall rank. Well played. They've got Strang Larson and Sarr. Would you Munoz or Palmer? I would not triple upon Palace at this moment in time.
Yeah, it's an easy Palmer.
Yeah, I think that's quite a simple one. David Oliver's convincing me that I should be transferring in Thiago. The fans, being a Seagulls fan, we do have a habit of giving pens away. Thiago's a great transfer in.
We'll see if you fold here. We've got 7 minutes.
I'm on my transfers here. Look. I'm sat here with me phone in my hand, trying to do everything at once. But yeah, we'll see. I might be folding here. FPL Shano, Fernandez and Pedro. He has 3 transfers and removing Rice for Sarr. Would you remove Semenyo for Palmer and hop back on next week?
No. I won't do that.
Yeah, he's got the extra transfer, but I think Semenyo plays, and I think he plays majority of the game. And again, City have got a good fixtures. No other way to Palmer. Don't mind Palmer in and out if that's what you want to do, but I wouldn't do it for Semenyo. And whether that's through cost or whatever it is, just let us know. Let us know who else you've got.
We've got another super chat.
7 minutes. Shane Henson, thank you very much for the super chat. And thank you, Newbie. Sorry, I forgot to add that as I was saying about Palmer. Shane Henson, bringing Salah or Strang Larson this week. He owns Palmer and Sarr.
I'd go Salah just because you're not booking a transfer, because I doubt you want Strang Larson and Sarr and Palmer the week after. At least with Salah, you can just let him sit there next week.
Yep, completely agree. Best of luck, Shane. Hopefully it works for you, mate. King Chubb just saying a bit of what we've said about really like killing the City assets, especially when they're all fit. I mean, it's good to have a few injuries there, and when Doku and Savinho are out injured, it really narrows the pool of what he can play, and you know that your players are going to get a bit more minutes, but it's getting very difficult now.
Yeah.
Marmoush and Cherky out for Sarr, Captain and Palmer. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Good moves.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. Yeah, the other end of the stick, Steve Wiley. Why all the love for Palmer is so inconsistent. I'm never sure if he'll start, even been in the squad due to his injuries. he subbed him out.
Ooh.
I think
don't
that's
know
a
about
dangerous
taking him
move.
out.
When you know he's fit and you know he's probably going to start, as long as he don't pull up in the warm like against West Ham at the start of the season. But with the fixture, penalties, Pedro being prolific for going down and getting the penalties, I think it's a dangerous week to take him out. I wouldn't recommend, but I get what
Surely
you're
there's better
saying.
moves you can make
Yeah.
and take other players out there.
I get what he's saying because of the eye test. He isn't passing the eye test. He's just scoring penalties. I get it, but I just wouldn't want to be burnt by that. Again, when you come to the end of the game week, you want to make sure that your moves, you've done them, and there's no regret kind of thing. I always feel like you've always got to do them without regret. 4 minutes remaining. Make sure you press confirm. You do not want to be regretting not pressing that button. So, Jonathan Bennett, great show, lads. Foden and Shirky out. Foden, do you know that's the first time we've seen his name today. That's how much his ownership must have dropped through the floor after his recent lean spell. Another not passing the eye test and not getting the points. Foden and Shirky out for 100% starters in Mo Salah and Sarr. Yep, again, he's just touching on the fact that Pep's got that many options. It's not nice.
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
Would you take out either of those for Strand Larson?
Oh no, because I'm assuming because it's Strong Larson and not Sarr or anything, he's probably already got Sarr. Or another Palace. If you haven't got another Palace, then maybe a Katike, but you might want him back as well week after.
Yeah.
Pedro, definitely not. You keep Pedro for Burnley at home.
Yeah. We're getting very close now. 30 minutes remain. Let's see if there's out we've not really touched on. That's one. Paul Westcott, Gibbs White as a captain. Captain front.
Did they win 3-0?
Yeah, but it's still a tough game. I still think they've got to go strong and then take off. I think they'd go and try and get a couple of goals, won't they?
I don't mind it. If we're saying Captain Sarr and all this, then Gibbs White's not a bad shout compared to him.
Yeah. Penalties as well.
Yeah.
Got a goal. I don't mind it.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it. Again, obviously, got Liverpool rather than Wolves in the first game, but it's not a bad punt. Not a bad punt. Is that Eddie Howe on the right? I'm guessing that's you.
That's because of all Newcastle questions I'm getting. Who's going to start? Karabag.
T. Matthews is moving out. Kusanov, who's best? Munoz or Hall? Never do Castle one for you there.
Hall.
Hall.
I think he starts because Shaw is suspended, and that'll mean that
Burn moves in.
Play at centre back.
Yeah. Yep. Good one. TJ Hayes, I'm going to smash the like button. Nice one, lads. Super pod. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. If you haven't dropped a like on there, please do. We are 1 minute from deadline. Again, just another reminder. Just click confirm. Make sure them transfers are locked in. You do not want the regret.
Yeah, I think it's time we just have to check all teams are locked in now.
Yeah. I can't see any new names. John Moore is having a panic about not having any Forest coverage. Look at that. New manager comes in and we're worried about. It's great, isn't it? Great. Shane Henson's currently sitting 130th. Great season, mate. Keep going, especially got some boosters. You know, there's still a lot of people there that are still in with a shout. Our own Lee Doc is flying, having them boosters in the position he's in.
It's deadline. We're locked.
We're in.
We are locked.
Let's have a gander. I'll get my team up here.
I don't think it's gone through just yet on mine. It's doing the team not found thing.
Oh, mine's come through. So I did go Thiago. So
you have. You crumbled.
I'm going to put a fiver on Marmouche to score a hat trick, and that'll soften the blow if it does come. I'm obviously now hoping he's benched. I will share my screen 1 second just to show you where I'm at.
Through
now. So team is there. I'll zoom in so it can come a little bit closer on the. Oh, bloody right. So Ryan goal. Gabriel, Timber, Hall, Semenyo, Gibbs White, Cherky, and Captain Sarr, Pedro, Haaland, and Thiago. So that leaves me three transfers for next week. I wanted Thiago for next week. Four City wasn't sitting right. Because I've said to myself all week about how dangerous it is, and anybody who asked me, I've been saying to them, having too many City assets now at this moment in time, unless they're on doubles, is not great. Cherky, I'm just hoping he's someone who can come on the pitch and get PPM quite quickly, get involved quite quickly. He's someone who's quite explosive, so I don't mind as much.
He don't need any more than 20 minutes to get decent points.
He's a little bit like Doku in that sense. So, but yeah, Captain Sarr, and hopefully can do the business against Wolves and Zerinski. Would you like to?
I think you can get it up on the guest league if you click on that and go through.
Yeah, actually, yeah, good shout. Good shout.
Should have updated now.
Where are we?
I'm near the top, so I'm easy to find.
Yeah. You can't see my team on there.
Right, so we've got same defense. I think Scott's got same defense as well. We're always copying each other in WhatsApp group.
Template, Tony.
Gordon stays, and I've actually done Enzo and Cherky out. Cherky for the minutes, Enzo because I feel like there's an upgrade I can be made there. I can make there.
Yeah.
And I've got Sarr in, captaining him. So I've got double Palace attack because I already had Strong Larson.
Yeah.
I put Salah in because I feel like Sarr's a better pick this week than Cherky. Gives me a good captaincy option.
Yeah.
And I feel like Salah is just an upgrade on Enzo, even though Enzo's got the fixture.
Yeah. If it were me, I'd have left Enzo for this game, but I know you want Salah. He's going up in 0.3.
And Enzo will also going down 0.3, I think.
It did go up 0.3.
And I think Enzo going down 0.3.
Oh, it is. It's a 0.6 swing as well, which could really tie you up a little bit later on with your transfers. So, yeah, I don't mind it really. Penalty taker as well.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get the captaincy.
I mean, look at those Arsenal assets. Raya down 0.3, Timber down 0.1. Gabriel stayed. Hall went up 1. Gordon, you horrible man. Slobozlai went up 0.1. Semenyo down 0.3. Tough one, that one.
We've got a bit of a split captaincy this week.
Go on. Yeah, let's have the final captaincy poll.
Well, we're pretty spot on with the number one. It's Sarr. Sarr takes up 38.8%. And then the next lowest, it's surprising to me this. I didn't think that many people had him. Strong Larson, 20.9% captaincy. Yeah, I didn't think that many people had him.
No.
But this is top 1K as well. So Sarr 38, Strong Larson 20, Palmer 13.2.
Dogs.
So Palmer's in third. Haaland 12%. Gordon 5.7, and then you've got like Munoz 4%, Pedro 2.9, and then a few with Semenyo, Salah, and Thiago captains.
Look at the percentage of Sarr. It's only 4.7% in the game. Honestly, bloody dogs. And Tran Larson is actually 7.4.
That's mad.
Just go on to not only FPL and have a gander at the
top 1K ownership. Sarr's jumped up to 49%, and Strang Larson's at 33.
Yes, it does show that a little bit, but I still think that's. I thought it'd be higher.
It's surprising that so many people have put Strang Larson and captained him over Sarr.
Yeah.
The most transferred in is Sarr with 44%.
Yeah, I did expect it to be a little bit higher. The overall ownership as well. I think it does go to show there's a certain section of people that haven't done the transfers this week and they're not as engaged. But yeah. Right. Before these dogs drive me absolutely wild. It's like they know. They're like, oh, it's gone past 1:30. What are you doing, Dad? It's deadline's gone. Come on. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. All 300 odd of you. It's
crazy turnout.
Yeah, brilliant. Please, if you are leaving now, drop a like. It does help us. If you want to join us and you want to get the live pods through the week as well, join us and ask your questions throughout the week. Get in the Discord. Support the pod. Support us, what we do. The link should be in the comments to join us on the Patreon. A couple of quid a month. You know, every little bit helps, and you know, it's a pleasure to feel everyone's support. Right, it's time to. It's time. My weekend has been set up with a Rovers last-minute winner. I'm expecting for me to absolutely blitz it this week. Captain Sarr to do the job. Thiago hat-trick. Yeah, and Gordon red card.
Either that or it's all downhill for me.
Yeah, or I've had my hype. But yeah, cheers everyone. Thanks very much. And cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, pal.